the auto turret, which will attack ground units. The point defense drone, which is this, which will actually block um, ranged attacks, like from hydralisks or battle cruisers or pretty much any unit. It can counter the attack of, making it do a lot less damage. As you can see, effective against Marauders, Vikings, Banshees, battle cruisers, Thors, missile turrets, Stalkers, Phoenix, photon cannons, Queens, Mutalisks, Corruptors, Hydralisks, and Spore Crawlers. Pretty much anything with an animation projectile is able to be countered by the point defense drone. The last ability, which I'm not going to be able to show you, is Seeker Missile. It's basically a missile that shoots out that will hunt down a unit that you target and explode, doing a lot of damage. So now I'm going to show you barracks anymore. Get rid of that. I'm going to put the starport down in its place to take up the tech lab here. And now I have access to Banshees, Ravens, battle cruisers. Oh, battle cruiser, right? The capital ship of the Terran army. Still looks pretty badass. Got a little bit of a makeover. The attack animation, I think, is definitely much better than it used to be, and I'll show you by attacking this command center. Still has the Yamato cannon, just like the usual, but that's the animation. Shoots much faster than it used to. And you'll see right here, that's the attack animation. It shoots very quickly, or moderate damage, only 2 damage, but as you can see, it's still pounding when I attack command center without any trouble. Pull that back. I don't really want to kill it yet. And oh, there's one more Terran air unit that I forgot about.
Transformation systems prime.
These are called Vikings. They're kind of like a cross between a Wraith and a Goliath. Kind of. It's hard to describe. They have 2 modes. They're Transformers. They have 2 modes. Right now, they're in their air mode, which means they can attack air units only. As you can see here, the rockets do a pretty good amount of damage to air units, but they can also go into assault mode, which turns them into ground attackers that you can use to raid a base, and then when you want to, jump back up and fly away. No problem. Last unit I'm going to show you is last thing built in the factory, which is called the Thor. Now, this unit is probably not the strongest unit in the game, but I think it looks like it's one of the coolest units. This also, because they're so badass, they have their own animation when they're carried by a dropship. And, oops, there's one more. And these are Thors. Very big, very badass units. They have very strong ground-to-ground attack, as well as AoE splashing missiles to attack the air. So, I'm going to show you very quickly. They also have one special ability called Strike Cannons, which allows them to go into like a temporary siege mode that does a ton of damage to a single unit or building. And I'll show you with this command center what that does. Like, I'm going to try to repair it? Not a chance. Couldn't even get the SCVs on fast enough to repair that. The actual ability does 500 damage over 6 seconds, so it makes it extremely effective up against very heavy units like Ultralisks and Colossus and buildings. But the cool thing about it, I think, well, one of the cool things about them is they're actually so big that the dropships don't pick them up. Well, they do, but they don't actually get inside like all the other units that are, all the other ground units. They are just attached to the bottom of the dropship, so you really can't like be sneaky. It shows you exactly what they're carrying. And I'll show you that it has a little cool animation when it pops down. Alright, so I'll get rid of these, and I'll show you very quickly the attack animation for the Thors. Regular attack. Very quickly demolish that Thor. They have a lot of health too. They have 400 HP and 1 armor, so that's not too shabby, that shot right there. And this is their air-to-air missile, or ground-to-air missiles. Normally they would be hitting for AoE damage, but because those are my own units, they're not going to blow them all up. Yeah, and that's pretty much all the Terran units. I guess we'll end this with a nuke to kill all of my guys. We drop ships in, and some other stuff. Get these guys in the mix. And we'll just watch a nuke drop and kill everything else that I have. We're almost done. Thanks for watching, and look forward to my other previews of the other races.